Hey Wade,
How's it going?
how you doing?
Doing
Um,
well.
Good. How are you feeling right now physically, and how are the bullpens and then live BPs going for
Feel pretty good. Feels like it's early in spring, but that's part of it. The build-up process is a part of it every year. You deal with it and just kind of get used to the ups and downs. The throw in one inning, then you throw two, and then so on and so forth. So just dealing with the typical soreness of that stuff. But health-wise, feel really good.
Next, we'll go to Nathan Ruiz.
Hey Wade, going off that, what was last year like for you, results wise, injury wise? Just what, as you reflect on last season, what do you take away?
Um, Not a whole lot other than just a disaster. You know, from the COVID stuff to the injury to the performance, it wasn't what I envisioned in any way, really. So to be able to have an organization like this give you another chance to kind of make good on the contract is it's a blessing for me, and I'm not gonna waste it.
Next, we'll go to Steve Molesky.
Wade, coming off of an injury situation, when the games start, beyond just getting outs, which is always nice, are there things you'll be looking for to tell you that you're getting back to where you want to be?
Just the swings, and that's every spring, whether coming off an injury or not. You just want to see swings. You want to see the way a hitter takes your pitches, just to see if the stuff is coming out the same way that it always has. And kind of results aren't as important in spring. You'd like to have the good games just because you're a competitor, but for me, it's more about seeing what the hitters are seeing from me, and that's how I'm going to grade from day to day.
Joe Trezza, go ahead.
Hey, good to see you.
Good to see you.
How long did it take you after the season to get fully healthy? And do you think that the injury will affect you?
It took me, I would say, probably 10 or 11 weeks to get back to 100%, or what I felt like was 100%. And then probably over the next 3 or 4 weeks after that, there were days here or there where you still felt like it was there, but it didn't bother you to throw. And then, from probably 14 weeks on, felt like it never happened. So it's been really good from that point to this point. We'll just keep trying to move forward.
Melanie Newman, go ahead.
Hey, Wade, you mentioned earlier with the chaos of COVID last year, and it was something I asked Kai yesterday, but to go from hearing whispers about it, not knowing what it was, being fearful watching other leagues shut down. Now you've been through it. You guys know the protocol. You definitely have more faith in this season being able to happen. Is that any easier to handle it just because now it's not such an unknown situation?
Yeah, I think the unknowns were the scariest part. And I think that's why you saw a lot of guys opt out early last year. Just because you didn't know what we were dealing with. You didn't know what it was going to look like. But now, having gone through it and having seen other leagues go through it, knowing that we did it last year and we're successful getting all the way through the World Series, successful in dealing with it, I think a lot of guys are more confident and comfortable with the protocols, with the intake stuff, and all of the things that you're going to deal with on a day-to-day basis. Everybody's, I don't want to say a new normal, but definitely more comfortable with it.
Next, we have a follow-up question from Steve Molesky.
Wade, you did an interview where you talked about the Orioles kept checking on you after the season, and here you are, a pending free agent. You may not even be on the team the next year. Who knew at the time? What have you found when you talk to other veteran players? Is that rare?
I think so. I don't think it's normal for a team to stay in contact with a free agent who was injured when he was with him, and quite frankly didn't perform very well. So for me, that was from day one of the offseason, it was like, if the Orioles come back with any type of interest, I mean, it's a no-brainer for me. Just, the way that they saw me through the process of the injury, the way that they helped me with the Hurricanes back home. They did everything in their power to help us raise money, raise awareness for the situations back home. There's just so much that they went above and beyond with that. It made a huge impact on the way that I viewed this organization.
Another follow-up from Joe Trezza. Joe, go ahead.
Wait, I just wanted to follow up on the Lake Charles stuff that you mentioned. Last time we spoke, you were raising money for your community back home after the hurricane. What's the progress on that front been like? And did you spend the off season there? And what is the situation right now?
Yeah, so we spent the off season at home, which was great. Able to get boots on the ground and kind of be there for people that needed help, needed supplies. It's gonna be years. It's gonna be years to get back to where Lake Charles was before the hurricanes, and then to top that off, we're getting over an ice storm, which was pretty bad, man. We have a lot of homes that were weakened through the hurricanes. They had pipes burst because of the ice storm, and so it's just it's one thing after another. But like I've said 100 times, if there's one thing I know about people in that area, it's that they're not going to be slowed down. They're not going to be stopped. We're just going to keep getting back up.
Mark Viviano, go ahead.
Hey, Wade. I'm actually at the airport in Baltimore getting ready to come down to see you guys.
Oh, there you go.
Just wanted to check in with you as a rare veteran who's in his second year with this young club. How do you describe the vibe, and has it changed from last year in terms of sort of the spirit of this group, the youth and all?
Yeah, it's the same vibe from last year, which is great. It's a positive atmosphere. From the top down, the front office is providing everything that players need to be successful at this level, and everybody feels like we're pulling on the same side of the rope, which is great. That's not something that happens on every squad. So it's exciting to be a part of. It's exciting to watch these kids come up and get their first full taste of the major leagues. I wish you guys were here in the clubhouse so they could get that part of it too. All of these things, these small things that are part of the experience of being a major leaguer that these kids are kind of missing out on. It's kind of a bummer, but you take it as it comes, and you kind of watch those kids grow up, which is awesome.